we really don't have as much today. We've got 2 pages and just all examples. So what we're going to do here, we have to solve these equations. So on Friday, we just talked about logs and we expanded. Yesterday, well, wait a minute. Yesterday we expand. Yesterday we condensed. This is what we did yesterday. And the final thing in this section is to actually solve them. Solve each of them. So we have to solve it for x. And it wants us to rewrite each side of the equation as a single logarithm of the same base. So basically what you're going to do is, let me get my table on here, is basically you're kind of just going to do these separate from each other. And then once you get them, one log on this side, one log on this side, and then we will go and do put them together. So if I'm looking over here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 2 and I'm going to put it up in the power. And then in log land, plus means multiplication. So this is the common log base 10. 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to have a 4x on that side. This side already is 1 log. So we don't have to do anything to that side. So then this is kind of cool. What you do here, remember how if we had like 7 to the 3x equals 7 to the x minus 4, we could just get rid of the 7s because they have the same bases and we could set our exponents equal to each other and solve it? That's the same exact thing we're going to do here. Once we have 1 log on each side and they're the exact same log on each side, we just take and set the arguments equal to each other. Subtract the x, divide by 3. And I got your answer. It wants you to check it. So to check it, what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to come in here and say log. And any place there's an x, you're going to put in a 3. Log 3 plus 2 log 2 equals log 3 plus 9. So log 3 is just log 3. Plus, this is going to become log 4, just like it did over here because we took the 2 and we moved it up. So in log land again, adding means multiplying. And then on this side, 3 plus 9 is 12. So we know we got the right answer. So that's just checking it. So are you all okay with that one? So you have to check it because sometimes it's not going to work. So there's a reason why they have that check side. So any questions on that one before I move on to the next one? Okay, let's go to the next one. So I always look for numbers up front first. That's always the first thing I get rid of. There's no numbers up front. So I'm just going to make this left-hand side log base 3 of x minus 4 over 2. And this side is going to stay the same. Now notice I have 1 log on this side and 1 log on that side. So I'm just going to take their arguments, set them equal. This is the same thing as x plus 1 over 1. So I'm just going to cross multiply. I'm going to have 2 x plus 1 equals x minus 4. Trying to get myself some more room here. Okay. And now I got 2x plus 2 equals x minus 4. I'm going to subtract an x from both sides. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And I have a problem. You cannot have what is up here in the argument be negative. So I'm scared about that being a negative 6. Now, if I sub it in up here and these turn into positives, I'm okay. But I got to check. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say log base 3 of negative 6 minus 4 minus log base 3 of 2 equals log base 3 of negative 6 plus 1. And I end up with, honestly, as soon as I saw that negative 10 right here, I knew I couldn't do this problem. If you try to go to your calculator and you put in log base 3 of a negative number, it would give you an error. This one is no solution. And the reason why this is no solution, the argument of a logarithm must be greater than 0. Has to be greater than 0. Okay. So as soon as I saw this -6, it made me scared. And as soon as I came over here and saw log base 3 of -10, I knew I was out of business. Now, if I could have plugged this in, like say this over here was like a +8 or something, and my everything would have come out okay, would have come out positive here and positive here, I'd have been okay. But because I have a negative right here, this argument's negative, and this argument's negative over here, this -5, I can't do this problem. Or I don't have a solution to this problem. Okay? Questions on that one? Really, the the procedure is the same as the first one we did, but you just have to check your answer, and that's what over here is for. So we're going to take a look at another one. On this one, I see a 3 right here, so I'm going to put it up there, and I'm going to say log base 2. I'm adding, so it's going to be x plus 2 times x equals log base 2 of 8. And I wouldn't do all these steps if I was just doing the problem. I'm just showing them to you. So same log, same bases, x squared plus 2x equals 8. Bring it all to one side. Bring it to the side where the x squared is positive. So multiplies to give me -8, adds up to give me 2. So I have x equals -4, x equals 2. So we got to check. We have to check it again and make sure, because this one's making me nervous again. It's negative. So if I come up here and I say log base 2 of -4 plus 2 plus log base 2 of -2 equals 3 log base 2 of 2. Right there, I know they're not going to be equal to each other because of those negatives. So I know this guy cannot be an answer. Now I'm going to check the other one, and I'm going to write it a little bit faster now. I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 in here and get a 4. I'm going to put the 2 in here and get a 2. This side I combine. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to take the 3 up just to show you that this is log base 2 of 8, and this is log base 2 of 8. So this is my answer. So you don't have to get an answer every time. Like that last one we just did before this one, it didn't have an answer at all. This one of them was an answer and the other one was not. Okay, so you just have to check and make sure. And really, this one, as soon as I look up here and I see everything's positive, I'm pretty sure this is an answer. This one, it's as soon as I see it's negative, and then once I write this down right here, I know I have a couple arguments that are negative. I know that's not going to be an answer. So it's not quite as time consuming over here every time once you start doing them after a while. You just don't want to get the answers and one of them be wrong. That's why you got to check them, even if you just kind of checking them in your head. Okay, I've got 2 more to do, then I am done. I got these 2 LN ones. Don't let LN freak you out. All LN is log base E. Okay, so it's nothing any different than the ones we've done before. It's just it has a different nickname. So if I look at this side, I'm going to have the ln of x plus 3 over 2 equals the ln of 3 times 2x minus 1. Minus sign division plus sign multiplication. So 1 ln on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and make this 6x minus 3. I'm going to say that's over 1. Cross multiply. It doesn't really matter which way you put stuff. Like I said, I tend to be a little bit anal, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides to keep my x positive and add 6 to both sides to get the x by itself. Those go away. 9 equals 11x. Divide both sides by 11. X equals 9 over 11. So you can come in here, you can sub it in again and check it. And if this side equals that side, you're good to go. My last one. This one looks weird to me. Let's take a look at this one here. This is kind of funky looking, but really just follow the procedure. No number here, no number here. I'm going to put that 2 up there. And I don't know where that stuff just came from. And it's gone again. That's weird. Okay, so I'm going to have the ln. This side already just has one ln term equals the ln of x minus, so I'm going to have a division sign over 4. And I'm going to have one ln on both sides. So 2x minus 3 equals x over 4. And again, I always just make, if one of them's a fraction, I make the other one a fraction. I cross multiply. I'm going to take, I'll take this over to this side this time. I don't like doing it this way, but it's just personal preference. I got negative 7x equals negative 12. X equals negative 12 over negative 7. The negatives cancel out, and there's my answer. So again, I can take this, sub it in up here, and I should get the same answer. It'll look really funky though. Real quick, I would have the ln of 2 times 12 over 7, minus 3 equals the ln of 12 over 7 minus the ln. I'm going to go ahead and just make that a 4 right there. So this is gross. This side is 24 over 7. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to replace the 3 with 21 over 7. That's the same thing. 7 goes into 21 3 times, just a common denominator. And I get the ln of 3 over 7. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to have the ln, and over here, it has to be, this is nasty. 12 over 7, division symbol, divided by 4. Now, nobody likes how that looks. I know I sure don't like how that looks. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 1/4. That's going to make that go away. And that's going to turn this into the ln of 12 over 28. And that will reduce down. 3 will come out of both of them, or 4 will come out of both of them. I'm sorry. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 4 goes into 28 7 times. And they match. Okay. So basically, if you look at these, what you really have to be worried about is if you get a negative x value. The negative x values are what you have to be concerned about. If you have positive x values, you're okay. I just went ahead and showed you that one just to show it to you. This is the end of 7.2. So do any of you all have any questions for me? Let's see who ended up showing up. Hey, Kaylee. So that's what I got for that. I'm done. Your 7.3 homework, we'll pop over here real quick and see it. I'm sorry, 7.2 homework. My internet has been so weird today. I guess the whole world's on the internet. Down here, these started right here. So what we did today is 14 through 17. So you should be done with the rest of it. I will be back on here again tonight at 7 p.m. for those people that were over in Mr. Scott's class. Doing this again. So if you have questions, you're welcome to come back over then. Any questions for me right now? No hands raised or anything, huh? Okay, I'm done unless somebody wants to talk to me. Anyone? Oh, you're leaving me. Bye. Hey, Audrey.